Don't you worry, you'll find yourself.
All right. We're live. What's going on, YouTube? We got Bobby Kobler in the house, and let's see if Maverick comes in the next like 2 seconds. What's up, Carlos? How are you, my trucking brother? I'm sitting here just jamming to a little shine down. I'm a bit of a fan. What's up, Life as Only? I've been trucking, man, and had a good day. Let's see, 559 miles. I started at, I don't know, it was shortly after midnight. I had to go get an empty and then go right down the road to the Michelin in Woodruff, which is the new one. And let's see, I delivered that to the Kia plant. Have any of you guys ever been to Kia? I know most of you truckers have probably drove by it. It's on 85 South in Georgia, but it's a, well, I mean, they make cars there, so it's big. You know, they always are. I think the Sorrento, and they got some SUV. And I'm glad I wasn't making a video of it, because I did about everything you could possibly do wrong. Like, I knew where I was going. I hadn't been there, but I did not take my own advice and, like, read directions and do the satellite view. So I went to the wrong gate twice, but then I got to the right one. And this guard, I don't know, but to make a long story short, I finally got unloaded. So how's everybody doing? Let's see. Let me pull up, first let me get my glasses. Where did I'm getting like that chick from Scooby-Doo. No, not really. I can see just fine just reading text. Ah, here they are. All right, so we got Carlos, Bobby. All right, we hadn't had any new comments, but we got the Lone Wolf saying, "How the heck, Emma?" I'm good. I'm good. This isn't going to be a long video. I'm just shut down. I done did my 559 miles, and here it is, not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's sunny and hot and everything. The parking lots are pretty empty. There's a Waffle House close by. I think that's what I'll get for you guys that are thinking about doing keto, which I'm not totally 100% keto or anything. I just really try to avoid sugar and bread to a large degree, even though sometimes I do eat some bread. I had a sandwich from Arby's a while ago. It was this new turkey, like bacon barbecue sandwich. It was pretty freaking good. I didn't get no fries or soda or anything like that with it. But at Waffle House, like like a hamburger patty or two with cheese on them, bacon on them, maybe get some eggs with it. That's that's a satisfying meal. Don't use ketchup. Just use like a little hot sauce, a little pepper, and a carb in it, man. Nope. Plenty of fat, good protein. Joseph Adams says, "I make it look easy." And I guess a lot of things can look easy on YouTube, you know. But it was a process for me, and I'm not done yet. I'm a whole lot better than I was, and I'm a lot lighter on my feet, and my energy, my sustainable energy is a lot better, and man, I can move better, and I don't know, I feel like I'm smarter and more creative because I'm just not bogged down, but I still got a whole lot of improvement that I can do in all areas. But and see, I had multiple. Mine wasn't just. I did not realize how fat I was, and I was carrying an extra 40 pounds. I didn't know it was that much. I thought I had bigger bones or something. But like even my ankles and things are small. You don't think you'd be fat in your ankles, but you see guys with fat ankles. But mine aren't fat at all now. But what started it with me? And I'm gonna give the cred where the cred is due, because for you guys that's been watching me for a while, when I first heard about putting butter in the coffee, I like butter in coffee. Nah, that's just weird. You think it tastes like popcorn, or be all greasy, or whatever. Just butter in your coffee. But as I learned a little more about the reason someone would put butter in their coffee, and well, it's not just butter, like some type of MCT oil. Some people use like avocado oil. There's a few different kinds. I personally use coconut oil. Coconut oil is just it's just good stuff for. I mean, you can even cook with it and all that. That's what I started with. Now I've got cinnamon and cayenne and turmeric. I think is how you say that. I do it now, but you know I've showed this several times. And this is my second NutriBullet. This is the cheap one that I got, excuse me, from Walmart. The more expensive, heavy duty one it stopped working on me that I got from Best Buy. But it was kind of my fault. But and I guess they agreed. But it stopped working because I didn't have the lid on tight this one time, and some coffee leaked down in here. And well, I blended it that particular batch, but the next one it won't do anything. You just stick it on there and it don't do a thing. But you've got to blend it up. But that's what really started everything with the way I did my coffee, which my coffee has been an evolving process. In the beginnings, I just got coffee from the truck stop and put hazelnut creamer in it. And sometimes it was good, but most of the time it sucked. Uh, but I didn't want to drink energy drinks. And then, I got my French press. And then, I went through a series of beans and found the beans that I like. But, hell, same thing. I was still putting hazelnut creamer in it. But when I started doing what's called the bulletproof coffee, that's actually a brand name, or keto coffee, that's when the process began for a couple of reasons. I didn't have to eat as much. Before I was just snacking all day long. I still got a little bit. Well, I made this at like 11, no, probably 12:30 this morning. Uh, And it's kind of nasty now. I don't know if y'all can see at the bottom, but every day when I kind of just dump this out generally the next morning. So it's been sitting in there like for hours and hours, like 12, 15 hours, something like that. And it's this muddy residue at the bottom. So I have to use some of my hot water and rinse it out, because I totally don't go inside the truck stop and do this. Most of the time I have my coffee before I step my foot on the ground. Not all the time though. But you have to rinse it out but that's not so much because of the keto stuff. That's because of me grinding beans and using a French press. But just to give you guys a heads up, if you do the same type of thing that I've been doing for a while. But having it in the morning, man, that first sip, like, fuck yeah, this, it's going to be a good day, because it's grass fed butter. And, you know, and I know, I get it. Some of the stuff is marketing with like organic and grass fed. Will probably, well, I don't know about the grass and pasture raised, all these keywords, because I've been getting those kind of things for a while, but I get made fun of by some people like, oh, silly Jim, you can just get dollar store eggs and it's the same thing. But it ain't. Here's the difference. That animal that we're eating, or that product of an animal, such as an egg from a chicken, the conditions of that animal and the diet of that animal play a big part in the nutrition that we're getting from it, because food is fuel, just like diesel for Big Red here. But like on eggs, for instance, they look different. Like just the way the yolk. I mean, especially the yolk. It's more of a like a almost an orange. A dark yellow, which a dollar store just a regular old egg is so fucking sick looking and yellow and pale. And it's because of I don't know all the hormones and this eating a bunch of genetically modified corn and everything versus something, a bird that's out there pecking around, getting some worms, getting some bugs, eating a little grass like, nature intended it to be. It's a lot better for you. But I started making it, and not every freaking meal, but trying to mix, good stuff in and take as much bad stuff out. But the the coffee, that was the key because that allowed me to go longer periods of time without eating and still being cool and level headed and not, I don't know, having, sugar cravings and things like that. And it had to be at least 6 months in and probably a good 20 pounds lost just from changing the way I eat before I even worked out. But I had so much energy, I don't know, I wanted to do stuff. I wasn't tired like before. I tell you what makes me more tired than working a full day is going to a buffet. You know what I'm talking about? You guys too, right? That rhymed. I didn't even plan that, but how did that? I can't even remember what I said. I'll have to see it on the replay. But let's see. Lone Wolf says being healthy has its benefits. Well, yeah, like do a Ben Franklin, the plus and the minus on the other side, with being healthy and unhealthy. What are the benefits of being unhealthy? Like, what's the benefits of smoking cigarettes still too? Let's see. Jim, glad you're doing well. Well, I'm glad you're glad. Fix it. Chris Atkins says cankles. Talking about those fat ankles. Um, when I first started driving up, my ankles and feet, got swollen and everything. My feet started looking like my dad's feet. And, my dad was in wheelchairs last decade or so. But my trainer, I think my trainer told me about this, but my seat was up too high, is why my feet were swelling. So I let my seat down a little lower and it went away. And, I don't ride with my seat all the way up in there now. But maybe that'll be a tip for somebody if you've got cankles and your feet are swelling, drop your seat a little bit. See if that makes a difference. Because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. Jim Dunn says, I bought a GMP truck on fire. Oh my goodness, between San Antonio and Laredo. Wanted to make sure it wasn't you. No, it wasn't me. Man, I hope it was. I, I'll have to check on that. Uh, been a for 4 years now. What you been doing for 4 years? Trucking? Joseph Adams says you make it look easy. Did I read that a second time, or do I really make it look that easy? And that's a double comment on this live stream. Waffle House, wow, get me a pecan waffle well done with a side of sausage. You're the best YouTube who is also a trucker. Now, I don't know about that. I watched about 10 minutes of an alley night video the other day, which is one of my first trucking videos in quite some time. You should have seen them 2 days ago eating 10 chicken strips. Oh yeah, this is Carlos, guys. He's a man of many names, especially in the world of Zillow. Which I have not been on Zillow much, but it, like he scared shit out. And he startled me. I'm sorry. I need to clean my language up on YouTube, but I was getting out of the truck and I was contemplating packing up and go ahead and head it to Columbia and get to the hotel, and then I would just be able to get up and boom, go right down to the office. But as I was getting out of the truck, There was Carlos like getting ready to knock on my door, so we went to had some dinner together at the PDQ. I don't know how many PDQs. I don't think it's real popular, and I've never seen it really crowded. But it's good. It stands for People Delivering Quality. But they have chicken strips with some good sauces, and fried ones or grilled ones, and they've got good fries. But they have zucchini fries, and they've got some bowls and things. But Carlos and I went there. Thanks again for dinner, Carlos. I like it when people buy me dinner. That's always fun. But I like being buying people dinner as well. That's fun too. Let's see. Hey, Jim and drivers, I see you are at Love's. Good news for y'all. That run Atlanta Greenville, I've had coordinator Love's will be opening very soon. That there seems to be a lot of people excited about that new Love's opening up. Do need a new one in that area because all of them do get full. Keto coffee and low carb, it just works. It does work, Jason. Um, but like first people I heard talking anything about keto first was RVT and the butter in the coffee, and like I said, I thought it was weird too at the beginning. I kind of jokingly, I fuck with people a little bit, just to kind of get the reaction of that's weird out of them about putting butter in my coffee, butter in my coffee. Uh, that somebody we need to write a song about butter in the coffee. But yeah, the butter in the coffee and all being aware of what's bad. I think on this channel, I liked the video today of like the 10 like worst foods for your body, the 10 type of foods that's killing you the most. If on my channel, if you go to playlist and like videos, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm almost positive I did. There's plenty of good stuff. Like if I like it, it's good. That's just kind of the rule of thumb. But yeah, we're not going to go over all that now, but try to avoid as many of those things as you can. And like sugar's in there, just so you know. And it gets easier the more you do it, especially when you do slip, which I do all the time. I don't feel as good afterwards. And my cravings for poisonous food, they're leaving me. I still like ice cream. I still like chocolate. And I'm sure I would like pasta. I haven't really been eating pasta, but I loved it before. But I rather feel good. Where in Florida? Okay, Sanford, Brandon, Florida. Also, okay, we're having a little Florida connection here. We got addresses coming out on here. Next gen, butter in my coffee, keto in my cup, and being lazy and getting off your butt going to be a good song. That's a good start there. Hey, and next gen, he's done like he was a round fellow just like a year and a half ago, maybe not even that long. Guys, it works. It does. Now I'm no doctor, and I don't have anything to sell you, but I mean, everybody's different, but like what I started doing was just paying attention. You know what I'm talking about? Just paying attention and being aware of what I eat and how I feel afterwards. And, for drivers that are with G&P, I mean, we still got some old trucks, but they're getting ready to get leased out to people who want to be owner operators. But very soon, our entire fleet of company trucks is going to have refrigerators in them. Guys, you can, when you come back to the truck, do your grocery shopping while you're at home and bring what you need for the week. And I mean, there's a lot of options of how you can cook. There's a microwave. I got the lunchbox cooker. Unfortunately, that new wave convection cooktop thing don't work in a truck. It might work in a Volvo though. I don't know. Didn't work in mine. But skill there's all kind of ways to cook stuff. And what I found, and I've not been doing a good job of that lately. I'm like talking to myself when I watch this on the replay. But I've gotten away from it, and then well, and I make some choices that could be better, when I'm not prepared, and I spend more money. And also, when you're totally self-contained, which if you go back in like season 2 and season 3 of this channel, I was, and I was killing it. 2,500 was just an average old week. A good week was getting over 3,000 miles and doing resets at home. And sometimes taking 2 full days. But the advantage of it was I could shut down wherever. And there's advantageous situations where like shutting down at the shipper and things like that work for you. So you get unloaded or whatever the case may be, or the pickup. I love it when I can just start and have a long run to start the day, or I don't know. Every day's different. You just try to make it as advantageous for as you can. Justin Graves, what's happening, man? I'm gonna read Justin's comment, y'all. Jim, I was in a truck accident and my heart shut down on me 4 weeks ago, and I have a defibrillation in my chest. It looks like I won't be able to drive anymore. Well, man, Justin, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm glad you're home and you're recovering. But even if you can't use your CDL, Justin, as long as you've been around trucking, I don't know. Hopefully, you can use that to your benefit. But everybody say a prayer for Justin Graves. You can see Justin back in season 1, back when Mark Cook. He's the guy that I teamed the longest with. Mark and I were together longer than Massey. Just Mark wasn't as in all the videos like Massey was. But he was a muscular guy. And Mark's actually a professional wrestler right now. It's some like regional type of wrestling around Philadelphia. I forget his name, but we're Facebook friends. Y'all ever seen Elvis's video? Like, I'm just going live and I want to say hello to my friends, my Facebook friends, my YouTube friends. So, what's up, YouTube friends? What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought again. Justin Graves. Yes, but you can find a video of Justin Graves. This is back when we were at US Express, but he had a big ass Ford Excursion, right? And we all hopped in it, and he took us up to Chattanooga to Rock City. You see signs for Rock City anytime you're within there, but it's pretty awesome. I think it might be maybe $20 or something like that to get in, but it's a real cool, like rocky, vegetation kind of area that you walk through, and there's some waterfalls and things. But you get to this one point, and you can see 7 states from where you're standing. But Justin took us there, and actually, Justin, one of my favorite restaurants that I don't need to go to too often, but every other week or so I do, is the Genghis Grill. That's right. Justin Graves introduced the Genghis Grill to me, and I love it. Have you guys been to the Genghis Grill before? All right. If you don't absolutely love, I mean love, what you get at the Genghis Grill, it's your own fault. Because here's how it works. They all give you a menu and tell you to sit down, and they take way too long to come back to your table and get your drink order and things. But there's nothing to order off the menu. You just pick the size bowl you want. You want this little bowl, this bowl that's a little bigger, this bowl that you wish was bigger than it is. And most of the time you get the biggest one. And they give you a little ticket. And you go and put your little bowl on the tray. And this appears to be, I'm sure it's probably hormone fed and all this kind of stuff, but some pretty quality looking ingredients. I mean, there's some shrimp on there, and there's a couple of different types of chicken, and of course there's steak, but there's crab. Uh, there's like Oduli sausage. There's pepperoni. There's ham. There's bacon, like straight up kind of thick bacon too. But whatever you want, just put it in your bowl, but you only can fit so much in there. And then there's a vegetable section. There's like, baby spinach, and there's onions and a couple of different types of peppers and mushrooms and mango, not mango, but That'd be good if they had mango. They don't. But the mandarin oranges, pineapple, uh, zucchini squash, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a little area, little pots where there's a dry season. There'll be pepper, there'll be garlic, cayenne pepper, red pepper, a few different types of those. And then there's a little area of sauces, like a dragon sauce, a island teriyaki, a garlic. I mean, there's probably a dozen of them to choose from. And there's these little cups, right? And you put however much you want on there, your bowl. And if you get anything other than a small one, you can pick two starches. There's not a lot of low carb choices. I guess cabbage would probably be the best one on there. But they got these spiral noodles that are freaking awesome. So I get those every time. And then you can get white rice, brown rice, and a couple other things. And they'll ask if you want an egg on it. And I say, yes, I would love an egg. Thanks for asking. And you give it to them, right? And they've got this big round, like Flintstone looking, big round stone grill. And they're cooking it. You go sit down. And a little while later, they'll bring you a pretty good sized bowl. And, the two starches have been put in there and the egg, and it's all mixed up. And if you want to eat it with chopsticks, you can. Or you can just, start forking it. And they do have sriracha that you can add, and it's delicious. Um, I don't know how many cities have a Genghis grill, but it's Mongolian. But it is good stuff. But thanks again, Justin, and I wish you well, brother. You probably gonna, you're probably in the process of making some diet and health changes yourself. I guess we all need to. I've been I don't know, just doing a little research on cancer. Anybody ever heard about dandelion root? It can't be that simple. But for some reason, it wouldn't surprise me if it was that simple. But I spent some time in the insurance business, and the type I did the most was what falls in the category of supplemental insurance, kind of in the long, like Aflac stuff like that, and life insurance. But one of those kind of policies was cancer policies and critical care. And when, I was a type of agent that sort of inherited not so much a book of business, but a client base. And then, you go about it with an attitude of servitude as far as servicing, the pre existing customers of the company. And like a lot of times, I mean, a lot of times as I get to talking with them, you find out, hey, something's happened and they got some policy, and well, we need to find a claim so they can get some money, because that's why they have this insurance. It pays, cash directly to them. And we had these cancer policies. So there was a it's like 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will develop cancer during their lifetime. I mean, it's almost like every other kind of person. And the thing of it is, it's not even the number one cause of death. That's heart disease. And I think both of those can be avoided. I mean, always, shit's going to happen and things, but I've been convinced from day one, and no one will ever convince me otherwise, that predominantly, I'd say well up into the 90% of cases, it's not hereditary. Maybe you're susceptible, sure, but it's environmental, which a big part of the environment is what you put in your environment. The food, the drinks, your skin, things that you're exposed to. And if you guys want to know more, because I'm getting ready to go eat me a low carb Waffle House. You always have to tell them no toast, or they're gonna throw it on there with butter. I'm like, I'm gonna get some of that, but not today. Uh, but if you look at my playlist on there, if it's not like, actually, I can check it. Let me check this on the iPad. And while we do, we'll play a little Simple Man. Hey, does anybody prefer the old Leonard Skinner version over this acoustic Shutdown version? Anyone? Anyone? What am I looking at? Um, ah, if that video is in my like videos. But it's not a very long video. I think it's only about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to look it up and I'll tell you guys exactly what it is. Playlist. Yes, it is. It's 10 ingredients destroying your health. It's the most recent liked video. It's from a channel called Ancient Medicine Today. It's two doctors or two likable guys, but 10 ingredients that are destroying your health. And all of you truck drivers is eating in the truck stops. You've probably got, you might have all of these like in your regular diet. Hopefully not, but all of us probably got a couple of them. Up above. I tell you, next time I go out karaoke, and I'm gonna do this song. All right, let's see. Let's go to the Trucker Jim channel here. Where you at, Trucker Jim? There we go. All right, I'm gonna read some comments. If you've got anything to say, now is the time to drop it below because we've only got a few more minutes together. Let's see. Let's start with Trucker John Show. Hey, Jim, I need a motivational talk from you every day to keep on track. Man, don't put that kind of pressure on me. Motivation comes from within. But you know where motivation comes from. And until you have this, it's easy to say, fuck it. But when you have a definite purpose, there's something that you want to happen, and you just make up your mind that's what you want, and I mean, you can care about other things, but you care about this more than anything, a burning desire. Then motivation is easy. Figuring out what you want, that's the hard part. If you make it hard, you can start small, like, okay, I don't know what I want for the rest of my life, but what I want to happen later today, and then start working on that. Like, I want to do 500 miles today, and I did 559. I could have went a little further, but I wouldn't have had a Loves with a Waffle House to, spend my. I guess I'm only going to be here 10 hours. I'm dropping this at the Columbia Yard, so I may run inside, and maybe Brandy will be working. Brandy is our nighttime dispatch manager, and like, we don't even deserve somebody that good. I mean, she is fantastic. Whatever you need. And actually, you can find her on the GNP Trucking YouTube channel, which that channel has over 50 videos now. And they all were made this year, designed specifically for the GNP driver. Okay, let's see. Curtis Clark. There's Justin Graves again. Godspeed. Got Red Monkey. I developed a basal cell carcinoma on my hand from the sun. Needs to wear sunscreen regular. Basal cell is the most basic form of cancer and the least dangerous. Yep, I remember those on those critical care policies. If you person had that basal, like what he just said, it wouldn't pay the full benefit. It would only pay like 25%, and then they would have the remaining 75% of something else happen. It would pay. Is the way those work. Justin says, you never know what God has in store, but you need to thank God for what He's done because the next day could be your last. It definitely could be, man. And it's funny. Like when I got to that Kia place today, I went straight, and I guess I'm sure there probably was a sign for truck entrance, but I missed it and I went the wrong gate. And then I came to a split, and this is like Hyundai and something else, and this way's Kia, and my paperwork says Kia, so I went to Kia. But then, like, nah, you got to be at the other one. That's where the tires goes. And it was some other in between kind of company that supplies Kias who was taking tires too. But then the guard said, well, that's shipping and receiving, but where you got to go is around the other side. So, well, I need to go there. And they're like, no. So I went around here, and then this guy says, ah, yeah, you should have been around there. It took a while, right? And I wasn't aggravated. I was purposely, remaining calm with the expectation, yeah, everything's gonna be fine. And it just kept happening again and again and again. And and a little what was perceived as incompetence and bad information on the other person. But I'm the one that's screwing up. So, and I was walking back to the truck. It had just gotten daylight. And it just felt good outside. And I just thought for a minute, man, this is a nice day. And I looked at my, 2019 International Truck GMP's got me in. And I just felt thankful. And I like it when I say thank you. And I just kind of out loud said, thank you, Lord. And next thing you know, the yard dog boop, boop, beep, saying, and what I had to do is take this over here like between 1 and 25 and then the empty. I'd got my bill signed finally from the yard dog. I never did get inside the building. But right after I said, thank you, Lord, boop, boop, I heard a little horn blow and he said, hey, we're out of those tires. Just back it up right there. And it saved me, a step. And it was smooth after that point. And I got on out there and, it's been smooth ever since. But it was so like, slow down, slow, just something that, but that won't happen next time. It was just my first time there, and I didn't prepare in the least. I was just winging it, and I made a bad decision. Like three or four different times in hindsight. But then, soon as I took a little moment to say thank you, Lord, boom, magic came back. It's like that, guys. Like you got to be happy before you're going to make the money. As far as being all financially secure and everything, you don't get happy then. No, you have to be happy first. Don't blame me. That's just the way it works. I didn't make up the rules. Uh, hey, but good luck with your basil sale. I think they kind of just knocked that off, and you ain't gonna be able to buy any life insurance anymore except for guaranteed issue, other than what you get through your company. So I probably don't have to tell you this. Now's not a good time to go job jumping. That's one good thing about being a company driver and the health insurance and everything. It could be better. Like I got that gum. I've been in the hospital a few times. Doctors and hospitals, I still owe money to. And well, we're not going to talk about that. Do you have a keto channel that talks about trucking? I don't, man. But I'm gonna be starting up some new content that'll be edited, thought out content. It's probably going to be 2020. I'll probably launch it New Year's Day. It may be a brand new channel, or I may, keep this, and I don't know if I'll keep the name Trucker Jim on it. But my intention is there's going to be like 4 buckets of content that people can expect on the channel. But one of the buckets I expect is going to be cooking, and I'm generally just going to cook stuff I want to eat, or then I'm making for somebody else. So I expect it will be heavily keto swayed. But that won't be coming this weekend. That'll be coming next year in 2020. When are you coming back to Danville, Virginia to IKEA or Goodyear? I try to think IKEA is closing this fall at the end of the year. In Danville, the IKEA is closing? No. I guess they're probably building a newer and a bigger one somewhere, because that one is kind of strikes me as it's been there a while. Sorry to hear that, man. But you know what? You're gonna find something better. But I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping maybe over the next few weeks I can do a little more running and get video content. Maybe out on the road. It may be next year before I really start that up. Most of it seems to be in Columbia, but some's been in Greer. I had cancer in 2012. My diet was big thing in getting me back healthy. Niacin was a big ingredient. My doctor had told me to cut out. Niacin is a lot of what we eat. Hmm. I remember one time somebody told me to take niacin for like a, never mind. I'm not going to tell this story. Okay. Hey, what's the word on Kentucky? Kentucky's out trucking. He called me this morning. He was shut down at exit 4 at the Loves, Fair Play, but his daggone Qualcomm went off him. I ain't gonna say it, but Kentucky, he has had a lot of opportunities to overcome challenges. So I'm sure Kentucky is stronger than he used to be because he keeps smiling. But his Qualcomm's messed up and shut down. So he's had after his 10-hour break is up, and he's been having to run paper log for the last at least day. Um, but he's going by Greer, and I guess they'll either fix it or put another one, new one in, or something like that. Yeah, they cut it out, no problem after. Well, that's good stuff, Red Monkey. We got Oscar in here. Oscar is Carlos's twin brother, and both of them are at G&P, which that kind of messed everybody up when Oscar came coming in, and they're like, wait a minute. But I guess twins get that kind of stuff a lot. David Ellis says, I don't work there, but just live there. Was hoping to finally be able to get up with you and meet you. I got my CDL last fall. Well, are you using your CDL? David, I tell you a surefire way to meet up with me. Like, I'm always at GMP on Wednesday, which Wednesday is when the new orientation class starts up, which we don't have massive ones. I've seen them where they have like 12 or 13, but I've seen them where they only have three, like this week. Most of the time it's like five or six, but I'm always there, and that's also kind of thrown me off because I always get pizza. It's good pizza, and they'll get a couple of thin crust too, and that's what I like. But pizza seems to be Pizza Wednesday too. Yeah, but I'm getting more comfortable being in Columbia. And I got a pretty cool hotel. All I got to do is call and tell them I'm on the way. That works out. So it's real easy to stay in Columbia. And I thought, guys, I was going to be getting me and a roommate was going to get a place in Simpsonville. Even that went out and looked at some houses and found a few that really like. And there's a room that a good studio would be in. But the more I think about it, I can't do it. I can't do it. Not until that other house is sold. As far as keeping that mortgage up, and I don't know what other kind of repairs and unexpected things may come with that house. And then I'm high country in the Chevy, and I got a big data plan with a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of other people's phones on my bill, and AT&T is what I'm talking about. I would just be messing up, and I would be taking on too much if I did that, and then also if I wouldn't be using this truck as much, and it would be an income dip. And like I want a studio, guys, I do. I want to wake up at 4 a.m. at the same place and have a morning routine. I do, and I will. But dadgummit, right now is just not going to be the time for it. It's not getting in the cards. But sell this house, and then it'll be a different story. And I'm not even going to go into all the stuff about the house. But that's what Trucker Jim's dealing with right now. But I'm excited about it. I'm having fun. Um, and my first year is this new media director thing. So, there's a little bumbling and stumbling, along the way. Greg will get a complaint on me here and there of like I don't know, interrupting people without an appointment or something like that. But I'm learning, and I tell you, I'm happy to be where I'm at, and the group of people that I have the pleasure of working with. It's good stuff. So I'm gonna see if there's any more comments, and then I'm out, guys. Yes, I heard it a month or so ago. Let's see. I'm in North Carolina, Virginia line, Reedsville. Okay, David. How are the dispatchers there? Do they keep you guys moving? Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. They want to, but but there's probably some GMP drivers that would tell you the exact opposite, though. But there are I I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it, like how long a break a driver's gonna take, and that's a variable right there. But when a dispatcher has expectations of minimum breaks and they'll plan them accordingly, yes, I've never seen a group of dispatchers that can keep a truck moving like GMP has. I haven't. I've go back and watch my videos when I was a brand new guy. I've been impressed from day one. They do a great job. Drivers can mess that whole plan up, and then sometimes things just happen, and you might get live loaded, live unloaded, and live loaded, and all this stuff, and go to like 5 places in one day and get 250 miles. I mean, I've had a day like that before, but hopefully, a person don't have a whole week of something like that, and I don't see why they would. That we're set up good with this whole southeast regional thing. Because if you think about it, like an average load of 200, 250 to say 300, our average is probably somewhere in there as far as the loads I get. And, you'll get some that's, 400, like if it's Louisville. And about the longest I've had is 600 and something if it don't involve Texas or Louisiana in it. And, some drivers don't like that. They just want to drive, 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 and not talk to nobody and not do nothing and not have to lower landing gear and all that. But I haven't found that, and I don't really want that. But being able to, what's what I like is to go to 2 places in a day, and and get as much out of the day, and not have any downtime, lag time, waiting kind of time. And I mean, it happens sometimes, but not all that often. Especially, if you are going to wait around a while, more than likely there's a yard somewhere along that route, and you can T-call and get started on something else. But that looks like all the comments. I netted 1350 working 5.5 days. Well, thanks for that. Now that's Oscar. That's Carlos's twin, which I don't think he's been here 2 months yet. Somewhere around 2 months ago. Are you still in your first 90 days, Oscar? YP Poe Cox. Is that your name now, Oscar? YP Poe, or is that Chex Cox? CX. Happy trails, drivers. Got to go, y'all. See you, Sea Hill. I guess I got to go too. But hey, thanks for watching, guys. Next year there'll be some more edited stuff going up on this channel. Um, just kind of focusing on the company thing right now, but I got to check in with you guys, let you know what's going on. I ain't trying to hide, be completely secluded. So I'll probably throw a live one up once a week, something like that. But it don't stay up for but like a day, and then I take it down and it disappears, and you'll never see it again. So thanks for watching. I'm glad you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. But until then, y'all thought I paused. Be safe out there and keep on trucking.